So please, everyone, close your eyes. Thank you, judges, also. Now, I want you to imagine you're on your way to work or school. But there's a strike on buses. So that you know what that means. You finally get on the bus, but there's so many people. And one person after the other goes on. You can't move, breathe, or think because it's so packed. But then suddenly, the door opens and the bus completely empties. You finally feel you can be free. Now, you can just be. Please open your eyes. 4 years ago, after eating dinner, it felt like my heart was being squeezed. It hurt. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't speak. I tried to call for my mom, but it was so hard. And just somehow, I managed to open my phone to call her. She came running down the stairs, but I don't remember how I got to the hospital. My next memory was of hearing the slow beep of the heart monitor, of slowly blinking my eyes open to see the IV in my arm. Was this the end of my life? No, clearly. But in that moment, I thought, what was my life then? Because up until then, there was no me, there was no Emma, there was a girl who felt trapped, suffocated, as if I was the one on that morning bus. But it was by my choice. You see, I'd found myself trying to please everybody, even with people who used me. People I called friends. I let them mock me. I let them laugh at me. I let them say, "You'll help me cheat again, won't you?" And so I lost the girl who valued honesty, and I wanted her back. And the only way I realized, quite dramatically in a hospital bed, was to change how I lived. So I went back to my roots to find a powerful word to guide me. And so the Japanese word sunao has been in my culture for over 400 years as a core value. And the word sunao looks something like this. So the top letter here basically means simply as you are. And the bottom letter means to do that for what is right. So, what does this all mean? S-U-N-A-O. Sunao. Now I want you all to try saying it. Sunao. Beautiful. So, really, there's no direct translation in English. It's so complex, but that's also why it is so beautiful. The closest translation I can give you is to have an untrapped mind. You speak your mind when you want to, you admit when things go wrong, and you're proud of all your failures. Now, I can imagine that all of you out here, at some point, have felt trapped. How many of you have ever said to yourself, "I'm not enough to do something. I'm not smart enough, capable enough, good-looking enough. I failed that test or task, so I'm not worthy of it." But sunao, it's not to add or subtract things from you, but it is to untrap the fundamental part of who you are by letting go of thoughts that don't serve you. And so in the moment, you stop letting that inner critic drive and you let yourself appreciate who you really are. That is the moment when you dare to be sunao. But really, there's no three-step guide to being sunao. I wish I could give it, but I don't. It starts with one key understanding. Sunao is a privilege. Not all of us have that luxury, like a homeless person on the street wondering when their next meal will be. But all of us here are privileged enough to cultivate the skill. and privilege makes it an obligation. So the dreaded Monday tomorrow, ask yourself, am I fueling who I am? Because changemakers, leaders, voices that rise stronger than the rest, their choices reflect their true selves. And so, I dare you all to ask yourself every single day, am I entrapping my mind? Am I Sunao? Thank you.